Another beautiful day out here in Altamont, New York.
Yeah, Altamont, New York.
Alan Decker of Decker's Pondscapes. And this is, what a neat house. Yeah, this is a beautiful place. So this is a older home that, boy, is meticulously maintained. This is so fun. We get to see the ponds, but we get to see cool properties like this. Well, good morning.
How you doing, Mrs. Ford?
Good, how are you?
Good.
That's good.
Do you remember Greg from the show?
Yes.
Wow, hello, Mrs. Ford.
So
I'll
nice
give you
to meet
I'll give you a hug. Nice to meet you too.
Oh my goodness, I love your show. Why doesn't it come back?
Well, you know what? We did something better. We can now focus on you guys by showing it on YouTube for everybody to see.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is his replacement show, is vlogging.
Oh,
yeah, and I
excellent.
like it more because it's real. It's not. It's. I get to meet cool people and see awesome water features and not have fake scripted drama.
Yeah.
But
good.
yeah, the show is an interesting thing. But
I loved it.
well,
And
I'm glad to hear
It
that.
was part of the process for us to get a pond.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
the best part of
Oh,
the
look at that. Look at that. So you right out the sink.
I stand at my sink and I can see my fish swim by. I love this. And we can't thank you enough, Alan, because he designed it so that we can be here on I have a screen porch. And in my family room, actually, I have a pair of windows in the corner that you can stand in and get real up close to the pool. And if I have ponds, and if I have my windows open, you get that waterfall sound trickling in. It's so nice. It really is.
We like to say a water feature makes a house into a home.
Oh, I love it. It really did transform a backyard that we never went in. It was just too much work. I had a perennial garden out there, never looked right. This went in, and we're out there all the time.
Yep, and a water feature will draw you outside like a vacuum cleaner and deposit you in the backyard and let your stress melt away.
Absolutely.
Is your husband still working, or?
Yes. Yeah, he is.
So perfect stress relief.
Yes, absolutely. It's our own little oasis, we call it.
Well, let's go see this.
Yeah, come on out.
Welcome to paradise.
It's not perfect. I hope I don't embarrass Alan.
No, Alan's not a perfectionist at all.
Oh, I know.
Wow, I love the floating island.
Isn't that cool?
So you get into the plants and the landscaping.
Yes, yes. The
fish.
Second year I owned the pond, I went to a dealer and I bought a Japanese koi because I just had to have one, right? So the guy says to me, "Do you add salt to your pond?" And I said, "No, I don't. Am I supposed to?" And he goes, "Yes." And he told me to go out and buy rock salt, right? And pour it into the pond. I'm talking a lot because this is 7,000 gallons. Well, I did it. I listened to him. I didn't know. Killed every plant.
Yep.
And we did a number on the fish. The fish were okay. They tolerated it.
It was more all the bacteria and everything else.
Yeah, I couldn't get it. You know, because I kept adding bacteria and adding, and I'm going, geez, I can't see my fish, you know? But I didn't tell Alan what I had done until later. And then
and then Alan said,
pump it.
Let's keep it simple. just fill it up with water, feed the fish, put an ion jet or an auto doser on it, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cleaned it right out.
Yeah, had to. I mean,
and you put a little dye in this, it looks like, right?
I did, and I overdosed it on the dye, so that's why I'm not seeing the bottom. Normally we see right down to the stones on the bottom.
Well, it looks beautiful. The fish, look, you have some beautiful fish in here, some big guys.
Nice?
Huh?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have any name? Do you have certain different personalities?
This big white one, when I first got him, he had an orange circle on his head that looked like a Japanese
We were
flag.
just talking about that.
And it faded. It went away.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But anyway, he's the biggest guy in there, and I call him Moby Dick because he's so big. But he'll come and eat out of my hand. He was the first one that would do that.
Let's get some food. Where's some food?
So, okay.
So Alan, this is, you got a big wetland on this one.
Yep.
I love it. Really expansive waterfall. What size pump is this, a 9PL?
I got 2 pumps in there actually.
Wow.
Yeah. We got a 5 and a 9. So
you
we got a
the
grande
over
skimmer.
here.
Yep. And then I actually, because this is 4 foot deep, I have it jetted on the bottom so we can get some
Nice.
water movement.
So you knew she would want koi and
Yeah.
what an awesome setting.
So when we originally did this, we landscaped the back of it, and then you know, she's added her flowers and stuff to it. So yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yep.
What would a project like this go for today?
Probably about 62, somewhere in there.
How many tons of stone?
In this, there was, I think, about, let's say about 22.
Okay,
so
that's
maybe
it,
somewhere
huh?
in yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't bad.
Not bad at all. All right. So show me how. I want to see the ritual here, Mrs. Ford. I love this cantilever deck, and I really love these. How did you end up going with these stumps?
Oh, actually, I saw it at Alan's.
Oh yeah, the
place.
one that's right outside your house.
And I said to Alan, I want that, and I showed him the other pond that you have right by your driveway that had
Right.
the different levels. I said, I want these 2 things, and I want as much water space, because I want, you know what really drew me to all of this was the fish. I mean, I wanted these fish. And
how did you find Alan?
Actually, you had a pond tour going on, and I saw something in the paper, I think, and I convinced my husband to go after seeing your show. He goes, okay, I'll go. And don't you know, that's how this whole thing started. We saw some beautiful ponds that day, and that was it.
So what would you say to somebody the maintenance is on something like this?
You know, the weekly maintenance is not bad. It's just putting in your bacteria. And now that I have my bog filled with some really good plants, I don't even need that much bacteria anymore.
It's an ecosystem. It'll establish itself and it gets better.
It's really easy.
Well, that's what we love to hear. It's easier to work with Mother Nature than against her.
Exactly.
Which is when you put the salt in, it's working against her. You know, you're trying to. Those are people that only care about the fish and they don't care about the plants or the ecosystem or anything else. It's all about the fish, and you love fish. You've got beautiful fish, and they look fantastic, and everything works. So why mess with it?
Exactly.
It's the little details that make a water feature. Look at this floating island in here with the creeping Jenny around the edges, the elephant ears, the taro. Got a banana plant here. And then I really wanted to show this on this project. This is a 5-year-old water feature. The filtration system is a wetland upflow filter. Look at how gorgeous. When you can have a filter system that looks this beautiful, look at this. It's got papyrus in here. It's got floating water hyacinths. This is part of the filters. This is an ecosystem water feature. Here is your filtration system. Rocks and gravel, upflow biological filter, aquatic plants, water hyacinth, water lettuce, creeping Jenny. This is what a filtration system should look like. You shouldn't have to see 1 inch of plastic, rock, or rubber, and the water should be crystal clear. This is a beautiful system. I absolutely love coming out and visiting and seeing these people, and I've spent the last half hour sitting on this porch, drinking iced tea, having cookies, and visiting with Alan's customer. And the only thing I don't like about my job is having to leave. Mrs. Ford, we have to say goodbye.
Oh no.
I know.
That was too quick, Greg.
It's the only thing that I don't like about my job is having to leave. So what would you say to people that are thinking about getting an Aquascape ecosystem water feature?
Do it. Don't even think twice. This has just changed our whole outlook on life. It's wonderful. We love it.
Change the outlook on life. I mean, that's the kind of impact a water feature can have.
Seriously, it's absolutely beautiful, and it's like I said before, it's like a little private oasis. You know?
Absolutely. What do you think of Alan as a builder?
I love Alan. He knows it. No, his whole crew. is very professional. They will bend over backwards to do whatever I
They'll
ask.
bend over backwards because you are cooking them food every day, they said.
There's a reason for me to do that.
Don't we love customers like that, Alan? Yeah, it's so nice. Well, it was great getting to meet you.
I got to get a selfie with you if I may.
With a pretty woman, I'll get a selfie anytime.
Thank you.
It is almost evening, but Alan Decker of Decker's Pondscapes told me that we can stop at one of these jobs that he just finished this last spring, a 98,000 gallon recreation pond that he built out here in
North Egremont, Mass.
So North Egremont, Mass. I didn't want to say that. And this is just an incredible project. It's a really neat setting out here. Finished this up this spring. It's a recreation pond.
Yep.
Someone else had originally built it, but they had put pool filters on it, correct?
Right, so they came in and they dug the pond and they had a small sand filter that must have been this big on it to filter 117,000 gallons of water.
So you put an Aquascape wetland filtration system on, and so you actually use almost, you said 300 aqua blocks?
There's about 330 aqua blocks between the bay area, the bog, and we did a whole bottom filtration bed in the bottom of this pond.
Right, so that's where the gravel is down below.
Yep.
And then right here is we're walking over. This is actually the intake bay.
So basically, the water is actually getting drawn through here like a huge skimmer. And then we have 3 vaults that are down on this side back behind the boardwalk. And we have external pumps that are actually drawing the water, pushing it back up through the bog wetland area and spilling back over.
You can see this is probably 20 feet by 20 feet or so.
Yep.
Probably what, 3-4 feet deep?
Oh, at least 4.
4 feet deep. Yep. Now come over here, check this out. This is just one of 3 parts of this filter.
Right.
Before, the entire pond was filtered by that sand filter down there. That sand filter down there, which is probably about 1/100th of the filtration system that Alan put in here.
Exactly.
So obviously the water quality, they didn't even use it, correct?
No, they didn't use it for 1.5 years because it was so bad. It's been since mid-May. Water's crystal clear, and they're doing lots of swimming because she likes to do laps.
Right, so this is
awesome.
a second home.
Yep.
They come out on the weekends.
Yep.
And this thing just runs 24/7, and now the water gets pumped up through here and then goes into the wetland filtration system that you basically, these are brand new plants. They haven't even really established themselves.
They really haven't, no, because it's only a couple months old. But like, as you can see, there's not even any string algae in here or anything.
Amazing.
I mean, this is a 20 by 40 bog that's about 3.5 feet deep.
Beautiful. So this is a brand new system. The system has already established itself, and it's a crystal clear ecosystem water feature. So you got the bog here, the wetland filtration system here, you got the intake bay, and then what's on the actual bottom?
Actually, on the bottom, what we did is it was actually a 10-foot deep pond, so we brought it up to 7 feet, and we got 2 layers of aqua blocks on the bottom with 2 runs of snorkel and centipedes. So we got water pushing right up through there constantly.
Water from the bottom,
24/7.
water from the top,
Yep.
and then water again through the waterfall through the wetlands.
Absolutely.
Well, great work, Alan.
Thank you.
Fun to see this. All right, we did it before it was dark. If you like this stuff, you want to see more what people can actually do instead of just having a hole in the ground, hit the subscribe button, tour around and see what actually people are doing. Because this is innovative stuff, but this is the way every recreation pond should look. You should want to get into it, and you should not want to get into it. A recreation pond here went from not being used to being used, all because it was the right filtration system. And this is what we like to show on Living the Aquascape Lifestyle. Like, comment, and subscribe right here, and check out more videos to get inspired of living the Aquascape lifestyle. I love my job.